wearing all black.
Aloha! Here with JC and Jeff.
Ain't no time for school today.
Hitting bombs.
Hey, watch this punch cut lob way. Replace your marshals with cart girls. They're better looking. They're serving drinks.
Got to hit bombs off the tee.
Phil talking about a guy taking shit in the cut.
Mahalo!
That's what we did fireside with Phil.
Fire the stick.
Hit bomb and attack the pin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aloha Press podcast and YouTube show. I'm JC, joined today by my co-host Jeff in California. Jeff, how are we doing today?
I'm tired, bro. I just woke up from a nap, got home, took a shower, long trip back from Tahoe, and it's hot as fuck
Long
here.
trip. It's not as hot as Alabama, okay, where I just came back from. Dude, everyone asks, like, hey, do you want some sunscreen?
I ask you that every time we play golf.
Yes, right? And you and I are comfortable enough around each other where you'll share your sunscreen. So the group I played with, not a fan of sharing anything, which is understandable with everything going on. Probably shouldn't be spraying each other with each other's sunscreen. So I failed to bring my own sunscreen. I legitimately am roasting right now because I got a wicked Alabama sunburn, hot, humid, lobster red burn on my neck, which feels just wonderful right now.
When's the last time you actually owned your own spray can of sunscreen?
So my family and I we went to the lake, and we were out boating on the lake, and my wife looks at me and she goes, "You need to own your own sunscreen because you don't apply it right." So I went out and bought some, and I didn't realize the numbers on the actual sunscreen themselves. Like I thought the lower the number is, the better it is, and that's not true apparently. So I got SPF 15, which we'll see if it works or not.
That's pretty much nothing. You might as well put some baby oil on.
some suntan oil.
Fuck. Hey, I've been playing golf with you for about 15 years, and you've never put sunscreen on once.
Well, it's that's changing. Okay, I'm growing up. I'm trying to avoid the old skin cancer. Extend my life a little bit. But so let's moving on. Anything new, exciting with you? I see you're dressed to impress. Your camo shirt on. Looks like you ready to go deer hunting or what?
Like I said, I'm struggling. I took a quick little nap on the ride home. I had a long couple days up there. A lot of brown liquor, some beers,
okay,
some sun. The sun. It was only 75 up there, but you know how the sun is. It's intense.
So where'd you go? Tell the listeners and podcast viewers, where did you guys venture out to?
So, as some of them may know, we went to my favorite place on earth, Lake Tahoe. Nothing's open, by the way. It's still under COVID lockdown in California and parts of Nevada, but they at least let them open the resort up for golf. So we got to sneak up. I got a room at the resort and a couple rounds with a little stay and play package, and we made it happen. Okay.
So you guys avoided no snow came through. How was the course?
The course was unbelievable. I mean, we've played for years up there at different times of the year, and you kind of get some bumpy greens at times, and you get some bad weather. We had beautiful weather, light breeze all day, and the course was in great shape. The greens were tricky. I don't know what it was. They got these tools. Maybe fancy courses use them. They're like needles. So they poke all these holes in the green in the morning, then they roll it, and then they spray this like some type of fertilizer on it. So they were fast and they were smooth, but I don't know. Maybe Ricky was setting pins out there today because, fuck, I couldn't make a putt to save my life.
It's I mean, that course is always it's definitely challenging because there's a lot more slope in the greens than your typical municipal golf course that we're used to playing. So. Yeah, I can only imagine.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever played it this early in the year, but all the mountains are still snow-capped, so you got those views coming. 75, beautiful. It wasn't busy because of COVID, so they got not all the play that you're used to. We didn't wait all day. I think we ran into one group. The carts are like you're sitting in a fucking leather couch. They're amazing, and we're all solo carts. You know, so it was a lot of fun. Some memorable moments out there. We played with some guys I haven't played with in a while. A couple groups we had, so it was a lot of fun.
That's good to hear, man. That's so getting so the resort, it's pretty new there. They just put that thing up a couple years ago, and it's always kind of been a goal of ours to actually stay there. Did you get to stay in the room Charles Barkley stays in? I mean, was there any dents in the mattress? I mean, any memorable moments that maybe our Commander in Chief President Trump might have left some things behind? What are we looking at? How was the rooms?
I'm pretty sure I wasn't in any of the celebrity rooms. I did at least get a lake and course view, so I was right on the 9th green.
Oh, cool.
Looking out that way. It reminded me a lot of Pebble Beach in the way they do things, the way they take care of you, from the time you get there to the time you leave. It had a lot of things kind of like Nakoma, the mountain feel. Even my wife said that. It reminded her of Nakoma. It's nice. It's like the Pebble Beach of the mountains. Let's say that.
Okay. That's awesome.
Nothing compares to Pebble, but it was pretty damn close. The only shitty thing is, I'll tell you this, and I'm not here to endorse anybody. The food was not good. And we were on lockdown because nothing else was fucking open, so we had to eat there 3 fucking times.
Oh, shit. Usually the food's amazing.
But the food over at the clubhouse, like those restaurants, was closed.
Oh shit!
So
okay.
we had to eat at the hotel, and it was. Let's put it this way. After our round today, Jeremy's buddy Doug orders what he thinks is an appetizer for like multiple people, and he's just going to get it as his meal.
Yeah.
It's called tiger prawn ceviche, so he's expecting these big fucking shrimp on there and shit.
Oh yeah.
It came out like an ice cream scoop of guacamole with 7 chips. And he goes, "What the fuck is this?" He had to order a chicken sandwich to go with it because it's fucking tiny. So eating there is not good. Staying there is good. Golf always good. So.
Okay, awesome. That's good to hear. A couple other golf events that we had this week. What'd you think about the match, or the match number 2? I mean, this was a big deal for us.
So I prepped properly for that by golfing during it and recording it. Unfortunately, it's still sitting in my DVR, so I haven't quite watched it yet. I've heard a lot about it. I've seen some little clips. I'm expecting you to tell me more about it because I just haven't got there yet, but I'm going to at some point.
No, it's understandable. The cool thing about living on the East Coast now is everything is on East Coast time, so I was able to get out ahead of the match before 3 o'clock. I spent about 3 hours in the range. Just pounding golf balls. Put a nice blister on my thumb before I went and played 36 yesterday.
So going back to your range session, tell me it was grass, because I can't imagine you hitting balls off a mat for 3 hours.
No, it was. So we decided we joined a public golf course that has some member benefits down the street from where we live. So it has a ginormous grass driving range. It's got 2 practice putting greens. It's got 3 big giant white sand bunkers, huge chipping green, which I took advantage of.
What's white sand?
Like white sand. It's not like, clay. It's not that brown red sand that we get out in California.
I was just checking. I mean, you only see that at some of the nicer courses around here. That's normal back there, huh?
It's it's very normal to have that pure white sand. So spent a couple hours there, and then I plopped down on the couch and I figured I might have a nap scheduled if the match was not entertaining, and it sure enough was not. It was not nap worthy. It was probably one of the most entertaining things I've seen in a while, due to this whole COVID thing. It legitimately kicked the shit out of whatever we watched last week, and it was, for the production level, based on just the weather conditions, dude, it looked like a freaking hurricane came through while these guys were playing. Like, it was torrential downpour the entire match. It was to a point where, like, the golf courses, like any normal PGA Tour event, it would have been canceled. Baseball would have never played. A football game would not have been played. It was that rainy.
So I obviously didn't watch it, but I did catch a little bit of like the previews and maybe some clips. Is that why Tiger wore like the 3/4 shorts just in case it rained or something? Because those things were quite long.
They were definitely a little longer. It was maybe he was confused. Maybe he was confused like I was when you come to the East Coast and it rains on you. You think it's it's pants shorts weather, but it definitely those shorts were horrible. Like
they're like a Nike hidden cargo or something. I don't know what they were.
They look like tennis shorts where you stick like a tennis ball or like a can of chew or I don't know, a pack of condoms. I don't know. Like who needs a fifth pocket? Like
So he never put rain gear on, I take it.
He put on like a short sleeve like rain jacket.
Okay.
All those guys did.
Was Tom the only one in pants?
So first of all, the start of the match and them like talking shit and it kind of got off to a little slower start, but initially, when I thought like, okay, Tom Brady an 8.1 index handicap, and then Peyton Manning was like a 6.7 handicap, I thought these guys were legit, like single digit. First tee, I mean, I can't imagine playing with Phil and Tiger, but knowing like some of the tournaments we've played in, and you can't like feel your hands on the first tee, and we're not playing for any money. Two, we're not playing for any charity, which is going to affect anyone's like livelihood, let alone playing with two of the greats of golf. Tom Brady, I don't even know where Tom Brady's shot went. Like it was like shanked, and then Peyton Manning just a pure duck hook, like just the best duck hook I've ever seen in my life. Like if you had to promote golf clubs, it was not during this particular match because whatever twist face technology or Maverick jailbreak technology was not active during the match. It was pretty entertaining. It was cool.
So, but did they talk some good shit during the match?
Yeah, they talked.
To look forward to.
Yes, you absolutely have something to look forward to. So the reason why Tom Brady is in pants, he was in shorts. So you're aware that he held out for what I thought was an eagle shot because at like on I think the 5th or 6th hole, he was playing such bad golf that he had hit it like into the trees, topped another one, and then somehow they didn't show any of the rest of the hole, and somehow he ended up like 130 yards away from the green in the middle of the fairway, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty lucky. And I thought it was maybe for an eagle, and he just steps up and freaking stuffs it after Brooks Koepka was talking shit to him about, I bet Tom Brady can't even make a par on the front nine. And then Charles Barkley saying like, hey, Tom, I'll take you on, and I'm going to have to give you strokes because you suck so bad.
And we know how bad Charles is.
Oh, horrible. So what actually happened was when he drained it from the fairway for birdie, Tom actually ripped his pants. His mic came off, flew, and like looked like he tagged him in the nuts, but they didn't show the replay of the front. And so he ended up having to play in like rain pants because his shorts actually tore. So
okay, were they a little too tight?
No, they looked like it just looked like he had a lot of gear on, like a lot of mics. But
okay, so that was for birdie, not eagle.
It was for birdie, yeah. So
he took 3. It was a par 5, right?
Yes.
Hey, that's one way to win some bets. I'll tell you that much.
Yes. So I mean, he won the bet with Brooks Koepka and finally got Charles Barkley to shut up. So it was definitely entertaining. So it was the production level. Like if TNT could produce golf, I would watch way more golf. Just the production level, and then just like the way they had cameras. They had cameras on the golf carts. They had all the players mic'd up so that like they could actually talk to each other, and then people could call in and talk shit to the players. Like it was really cool. It was really fun.
Was there any talk of doing another one of those?
I would imagine so. I mean, it was pretty successful. I mean, compared to the first match with Tiger and Phil playing for so claimed their own $9 million, which was kind of bullshit, but them raising $20 million was incredible. Like it was that entertaining. And for as bad of conditions it was cool. And Tiger and Phil played good. But the shit talking was definitely, it was up there. And it wasn't just the players themselves. It was Justin Thomas was the like one of the course reporters. So him and Charles Barkley were talking shit to each other. At one point in time, Justin Thomas told Charles Barkley that he was fat, like on live television, which was hilarious. And Charles was like going to call HR on him, so made a funny out of it. So it was cool.
Wasn't Charles sitting on the driving range or something? He was there, but he wasn't.
Yeah, I think he played a hole. I was kind of in and out of the match because we had some things going on at the house. But yeah, he was inside the booth, and then he was back out on the range and stuff talking shit. So it was cool.
You're making me want to watch it right now.
No, you should.
But
It's definitely entertaining.
I have to.
Yeah. So live golf, it was cool. It was definitely entertaining. Phil, that dude is he's different. I'm definitely a fan, but God, that guy freaking is kind of. I would hate to have him as a partner because
Did he play terrible to start?
He played pretty bad. But he made it interesting. He hit a 330-yard drive in the rain to about 9 feet and called it on a par 4. Like, it was incredible. It was absolutely stupid.
Was he old Tommy Two Gloves for a while there?
Yeah, he was Tommy Two Gloves for a while. Peyton Manning was. Tom Brady was. Tiger, just single glove. Normal Tiger-esque. Just pumping it down the fairway. It was cool.
Well, I'm gonna probably watch it tonight.
You're definitely gonna have to watch it. So it was cool.
I do have to say, from our round at Edgewood today, the most memorable thing, and I'm for sure you'll hear all about it at some point when you talk to Jeremy. But so the guys behind us were playing super slow, and they were with us.
Okay.
And we were probably at one point maybe 3-4 holes ahead of them.
Holy shit!
And we knew that we had to wait to eat with them afterwards and do the money and everything. So we started fucking around, and we were buying drinks, and then we started filming. So we filmed 15, 16, and then we got to 17, and we filmed 17 tee shots. We get up to the green. All 4 of us hit the green. None of us were closer than maybe 40, 50 feet. We were way far away.
Okay.
Jeremy's got about a 60-footer down the hill back towards Lake Tahoe, right?
Yeah.
So we stopped filming, and his buddy had already putted and was going to obviously 3-putt. I hit one to like a foot, so I got my par and got out of the way. He hits his putt, and he hasn't hit a putt close all day, right?
Yeah.
None of us have. And he starts going, like telling it to go, and it's just trickling. And you know how fast those fucking greens are, right?
Absolutely.
So Kevin Na walks after his ball when he putts it sometimes.
Right.
Jeremy Edwards runs after his ball. So this thing might have had a 20-yard head start on him, and he starts running after it, telling it to go, and just screaming at his golf ball. And sure as shit, it takes about one more rotation and goes in for a 2. And he birdies the hole not only to tie the match we were playing, but beats his buddy in an individual match on that hole.
That's awesome.
Screaming and yelling, and we didn't get it on camera.
Oh, that's what happens when you turn the
good.
cameras off. Yeah, that's awesome.
It was like his 40-yard dash time was coming. 'Cause he was moving.
I bet. That's cool. Good for him. 2 on 17. That's a tough hole.
Yeah, it wasn't very tough today. It was fucking 140 yards, no wind.
Jeez, would you guys play the golds?
We played the whites.
I thought you were going to play the tips.
60, 63, 6,500, I think.
Yeah.
But up there, that's like 58.
Yeah, that's pretty short.
Nah, they didn't want to play the back tees, so we played a little net gross skins game.
Okay. So did you win a bunch of money?
I didn't. I won my money back. I didn't make a birdie today.
No birdie?
I think I probably hit 16 greens and made 0 birdies. It was a Brian Bellotti from like 2014 round.
Oh wow!
Where he just goes out and makes boring ass pars all day.
That makes sense. It's the Bernie way, just middle of the green 2-putt. Par's a great score.
Tournament style. If I could do that down when we go down to Monterey, I'll be happy.
That's cool.
So, we'll see. But it was a lot of fun.
Good.
So next time you come up, we'll stay and play.
Absolutely. I would love to get back to Edgewood. It's that place is amazing. So
wait, now tell me this. Why and how did you go to Alabama to play golf?
So last week or a couple weeks ago, I met up with Al and his brother Al and his neighbor Ryan. They're both named Al. Okay, they explained this to me, but I can't. I don't want to bore the listeners.
Well, that's normal. You got Ed and Ed.
Yeah.
And now you got Al and Al.
Yeah, you got E3, E4, E8, and all them. So,
yeah.
Yeah. So they decided. One of the gentlemen apparently lacks. He at times tells people things, and then sometimes just doesn't come through. And so Al and Al, which I appreciate both Al's, listened to the podcast and gave some critiques, which was some thumbs up, which I appreciate. But so they called him on it and said, "Hey, like you're talking about this golf course in the middle of Alabama that you say is amazing. It's one of these top 100 resort golf courses. Book it and we'll play." So they invited me along, and it was. I mean, you just meet 3 new guys, and this is still 2020. I just retired as being a cop. They're like, the last thing I want to do is get in a truck with some strangers and drive to Alabama, okay? It's like driving to Sutter Creek to River Pines and back to West Point. Like, at a certain point in time, you have to realize, you're going to be taking some chances. So, I rolled the dice. Said, screw it. Let's go play this golf course out in the middle of Alabama. It's about an hour south of Birmingham, Alabama. And it's called Farmlinks. Unbelievable track. Like, legitimately one of the funner golf courses I've ever played in my life. We woke up I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and they booked a couple tee times. Decided if we were going to drive 2.5 hours to Alabama, we're going to play 36. So, yeah. So drove to Woodstock, Georgia, and jumped in Ryan's truck with him and Al, and I didn't know if they were kidnapping me. I mean, they had their golf clubs, so we left in the middle of the morning and drove to Farmlinks in just south of Birmingham, and get to the golf course, and it is unreal. Like, it's a complete golf resort. We're driving through. There's freaking giant longhorn cows like grazing these pastures, and then they've got a gun range. Then they've got these cool cabins. So we pull up to the clubhouse, and small, cool little clubhouse. Have some quick breakfast, and then we're off. Like, we've got 36 holes, and I got to be back, back in Atlanta. So we kicked off on a grass driving range, which was unreal, and then the course itself, unlike most Atlanta golf courses, which are freaking tree lined and is super tight, this golf course was absolutely wide open. So, and it was like the fairways were in like Pebble Beach conditioning. Like, they were that nice fairways. The greens were just perfect. They were a little slow, probably because it's more of a resort course, but stepped up, played at like 60. I think we played at like the middle tees, which was 6,400 yards, and played the golf course. Posted some things on Instagram, took some pictures and stuff, and I'll probably write some article about it. But
did you play better the first 18 or the second?
Definitely the first 18 played better. Shot 84, 89.
All right, hey, kept it under 90.
Yeah, kept it under. Just grinded, because that second 18, I forgot. 36 is tough. Like, it was.
You forgot about when you wanted to pay $340 and do it again at Pebble.
I still regret not playing Pebble twice. I'm still set out that we should have played it twice, but it was cool. It was an unbelievable day. Like, it had some like Castle Oaks vibes to it. Super wide fairways. Bunkers were in decent condition. Still white sand. They were definitely better than nicer than your typical municipal golf course bunkers, but
That was a good catch.
yeah. I almost ran him over again with the bus.
No, I was going to say, speaking of bunkers, with COVID, there's no rakes, right?
Right, which is stupid.
So most people fucking don't even smooth it out with their feet. They just leave craters in there, which Ben got in one today. But at Edgewood, they have a guy driving around with a little like metal rake, and he re-rakes all the bunkers. He kind of just watches.
Oh yeah.
And if he sees somebody go to bunker, he'll jet over there and rake it real quick. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So it was actually pretty good.
So
playing off the beach.
So while we're playing in the golf front, like it's Memorial Day, right? So we left on Memorial. This golf course it was like we owned the golf course in the front nine, and they let us ride in the same cars together. 2, they had normal cups, by the way. No stupid pool noodles, no flip cups, none of this. The ball went to the bottom of the hole, and oh my God, it was one of the better feelings in my life. But in honor of America and the USA, we did not take the flag sticks out. They had American flags. They had some like pole holders, but we weren't going to risk it. We didn't want to get COVID. Even though we shared a cart together, so
Right.
we took the necessary precautions. But it was an unbelievable day. Lunch was, your food might have been horrible. Our food was delicious. Like,
So what do you eat in Alabama? Do you guys have fucking pig and gator or what?
so, couple things. So, they have tots there. Okay, some garlic tots, which were pretty tasty. Like they were better than the Lucky Beaver's tots. I'll give them that.
I tried to go to the fucking Beaver last night and that didn't happen.
So the tots were unbelievable. Staying my normal course, I ordered a club sandwich because they didn't have a BLT on the menu. But the other guys, they ordered brisket. They had some interesting meals that looked amazing. But I didn't take any food risks, so I enjoyed my meal. But it was cool. Saw some wildlife, which was interesting. In my eyes, I described it as a 12-foot long black python that legitimately that was slithering down the cart path at one point in time. It was the biggest black snake I've ever seen in my life, dude. I took some pictures of it. It was the scariest damn thing. And apparently, Al and Ryan later did some research and realized that it was not a lethal snake, but in my eyes,
So it was harmless.
not at 4.5 feet long. The damn thing looked like a monster. Came out of the bushes.
Did you run over that son of a
Hell no,
bitch?
I ain't getting anywhere near that damn thing. I stopped the cart, let the thing shrivel into the woods. It was nonsense. It was crazy.
So you're going to see you're seeing fucking killer snakes, anacondas, and you come from seeing deer and fucking squirrels.
Yeah, I mean, in California, you got to worry about the occasional rattlesnake in the bunker, but in Georgia and Alabama, like I about had a heart attack when I saw this damn thing. Like it looked like the ones on the movies. Like when people say, like, there's like big snakes there are. Like they were not lying. It was terrifying. It was absolutely. And then I saw the same snake on the second 18 holes. The damn thing was following us around. Like, I was proud of myself. I didn't hit a single shot out of bounds or a single shot, like, in the woods. But every time I helped one of my partners out, like, looking for a golf ball, dude, I had a club in my hand. I was scared to death. He's black.
You went in there ready to.
Oh, yeah. I was ready to murder some snakes. Like, because it was terrifying. But it was,
Well, I'm glad you made it. Hey, it probably made you focus a little bit more on hitting the fairways. Keep it out of the fucking trees.
Fairway finder, both 18s. I was not getting in the damn weeds again. To a certain point, like there was weeds, your normal rough terrain, and then cart path, and then like fairway grass, super nice area. I was parking the cart like 12 feet away from the fucking snakes. Okay, or their territory. I did not want to get anywhere near that fucking thing.
I believe it.
But
I believe it.
it was crazy. So it was cool. That was a good time. couple things like in Georgia and in Alabama, like majority of the terrain and stuff is so like it's not flat, it's just foothilly, and there's so many damn trees you can't see like big giant like long views or vistas and stuff. This Farmlinks had probably one of the cooler holes I've ever played. Like, you know how we're not a big fan of downhill shots? Dude, this thing had probably one of the better par threes that sits on top of a mountain and you're hitting down to a green. It was like just the view alone, you could see like 100 miles into the vista. It was legit.
So where are you playing next week?
I have no clue. I'm probably gonna play at the country club. I've only played there once, so I'll probably get out and actually use my membership, which, you know, played that course also, which was cool, which was fun. It's preparing me for the Publix Championship because you have to hit it straight in damn Georgia. It is so tight here.
Well, I hope that your fucking handicap's going down.
No, it's not, because I keep playing these 64, 700 yard golf courses. Like, I haven't played under 6,000 yards in months, so my handicap hopefully will go down eventually. But it's I just got it, dude. It's all in my head, but the chipping yips are a real thing. Like, I bladed probably.
You still got it?
Yes. Oh, dude, I spent an hour and a half on the range chipping, and I can figure it out for like a couple holes, and then I get one of these weird tight lies. I don't even mess with the wedge anymore. Like, I just pull out putter. Like 15 yards of first cut, I'm putting it because I'm terrified.
Well, that's not bad. At least in Monterey, that'll help you because they're cut so nice around the greens. I mean, you'd be all right.
So it's
doesn't mean I won't talk to you about it, you know. But
no, you should. I mean, if you're going to talk shit at all, I mean that's.
I might even grab your 56 and your 60, and just set it down just in case, just to make you think about it a little bit.
Like, just, you know, like, I don't know, point it out. Hey, you gonna blade this one, or are you gonna chunk it? Like, I hit some terrible shots, but it's to a point where like I'm fearful. I'm gaining distance out here, which is incredible, but to go for par fives in 2 is the worst thing in the world, because if you miss a damn green, you're on this like short, tight lies around the green where you got to hit these little like nippy wedges, and I don't know. Like, I'm gonna have to buy a hybrid just to like chip and putt around the green.
Well, I think maybe just send me your address and I'll ship you this club, because I've seen the advertisement for it. It's called the Square Strike, and it's fucking it eliminates all those type of yips and chips and dips and whatever. It'll help you out.
So I played with a guy who had one. This guy was unbelievable. He was 90. He had a brand new knee. I think he had I think he had a stroke about the 16th hole, but he pushed through. But he used his square strike wedge everywhere. It was incredible. Out of the bunker, over water hazards that he couldn't carry. Like, it was pretty impressive.
It's coming. If you have them when you come to Monterey at the end of next month, I'm getting you it. Just know that.
Me and Johnny Cruz, we're gonna be twinsies.
Right.
With the whole square strike.
iFit and get you a new grip on it. You know, get it all nice for you. Maybe put a different shaft in it for you.
So
good to go.
It's excited about hopefully improving my my yips, but I might go to the doctor and get some anti-anxiety medicine for the yips, but we'll see. It's we're a month away from the Public Links Golf Championship. Have you heard anything? Has the NCGA reached out, giving you some update at all? I haven't heard anything.
I haven't got anything. Only thing I know is my brother is on the wait list because his application took so long. So
okay,
he's sitting here waiting. Unfortunately, the wait list isn't posted online, like where you're at on the wait list.
So he's got no clue.
Yeah, we had a plan the other night that if they did have one posted, we were going to start calling in as the other guys and saying that
calling in sick.
Yeah, saying no, I don't want to play. Try to get Brian bumped up the wait list.
Yeah,
because he really wants to come play in it. And he didn't play too bad Sunday. He shot kept it under 80 out of Castle Oak. Shot level 79. You know,
Okay.
we did a little mixed teas. So I'd like him to be able to come down there. He wants to come. You know, me, you, and Ben are already going to be there, but we'll see. He's still waiting, but I haven't heard anything about it. No rules, changes, emails, nothing. So
I was reading some of the rules and some of the guidelines that they have for this tournament, and they mentioned that they only allow 2 golf carts in each group, but you can't share a golf cart. And I don't know if I'm going to be shipping my golf cart pusher thing to Monterey. Like I'm going to have to be carrying my new golf bag.
Well,
if it ever gets here.
I was going to say, if we get those bags in time, carrying them won't be a problem.
Hopefully not. I mean, that was
I know,
nice.
but they asked me in the pro shop today if I was going to buy a new Edgewood bag, you know, because my one I have now is maybe 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I said I can't. I got a new bag coming.
Yeah, you gotta.
I just don't know when.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery. It might show up. I don't know.
2 to 4 weeks turned into
Like 6
4
to 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's lasting as long as this COVID thing. Like,
I'm trying to sneak in as much golf as I can. So shit, I'm gonna try to get out there next week, 1 or 2 days. We'll see.
yeah, you're gonna have to. I mean, you got to get those reps in. You gotta start playing for some tips.
I agree. I'm finding it. I'm finding it though. I'll tell you that much. It's kind of back to when we were at Pebble. I'm figuring it out a little bit. So.
All right. How's the driver? Have you kept it in play?
I hit it well today. I think I maybe tugged one all day today.
Okay.
So I hit it well. I'm gonna keep it in the bag. It's gonna hopefully be my savior down there at Poppy.
Your new go-to club.
Here's my thing, and tell me this. I don't know about fucking Georgia or Alabama. We have a golf ball fucking shortage up here.
What?
Bro, there is no golf balls when you go to pro shops.
What do you
One of
mean
the
there's no golf balls?
There's nothing. The last 2 places I've played, they can't buy TaylorMades. So I can't get I like the new TaylorMade picks. The ball that Ricky plays. Can't get them. Went to another course, couldn't find anything. I had to end up playing some like lower level Titleist. Fucking APV. There's no golf balls. The pro shops are empty.
Not here. We've got plenty of golf balls. I don't know.
Got nothing.
That's crazy.
Well,
I mean, you have Amazon, right? Like, is Amazon on the shortage? Did you let the home course know that they can like buy from somewhere else?
I don't know, but I might have to have you buy me a couple sleeves before you come out for fucking Monterey.
I'll
Keeps going this way.
Yeah, no, we're not having any shortage on golf balls. We
got nothing.
It's pretty much, it's almost back to business here in Georgia. It's they're letting people sit down in restaurants and things are kind of, I don't know, appears to be normal. I mean, for the most part.
We're getting there. I did get to sit down in a restaurant for the first time last week, which was nice. The bartender thought he was funny because I ordered straight whiskey, and he decided to pour me a full glass, right?
Perfect.
And then kept coming back. Is that too strong for you? I'm like, did you forget I ordered it straight? Like, no, of course it's not too strong. And so I finished the first one. He comes back again and he goes, "Hey, you guys all done? You good?" And I'm like, "Give us another round." He goes, "You sure you want another one of those?" I'm like, "Yeah." Pours me another full glass. So by the time I walked out of there, I was a little tipsy. But
where did you? What is this establishment that is over serving their guests?
It's Cabanas, but they they got the best food.
Yeah.
Now they got some new dude bartender who likes to pour some stiff drinks. I mean, if I didn't have to work the next day, I would have stayed there.
Well, heavy-handed, big gulp style with the old bourbon.
Yeah, I woke up with a little headache, going fuck.
So you sent me a picture last night. It appeared that you were intoxicated. What were you smoking on? Did you get some new cigars?
So I was smoking on a Monte Cristo last night.
Okay.
But I've got a shipment of 30 coming. Whenever they get here, who knows? I saw you got some in the mail the other day, though.
I did, yeah. I bought a couple variety packs, and then Bought some Gurkha Reserve, like 13-year-old cigars. So
Those are some good. Springer likes those.
yeah, I had one with Springer, and it was I got the mild version this time, but they look really good.
Did you give Al and Ryan one?
They didn't appear to be. I asked like, hey, do you guys smoke cigars? And like, no, not really. So Al and Ryan did not partake in smoking cigars. Neither did I. I smoked one I've been smoking a cigar like every night. Like probably should slow down. I need to go to the gym. It's so I'll probably have one tonight, but
Well, yeah, I did the picture. I sat on the balcony last night, had some cocktails, looked out at the lake, and puffed on a stogie for about an hour and a half, and it was good times. It was t-shirt weather at 10 o'clock at night and 8 o'clock in the morning there. It's beautiful.
Holy shit, that's incredible.
You know, I actually pissed off Ben a little bit today. I didn't piss him off, but he made a comment about how close I get sometimes, or maybe when I move around a little bit on the green when he's trying to putt. So I never knew it bothered him for 15 years until today.
So that's something Tiger Woods does. Tiger Woods will purposely stand within eyesight of wherever you are putting, and he does this shit on purpose so you could feel his aura. And no, I could see you doing that. Yeah, you do that shit all the time.
Yeah. Well, so we can talk. We can put that shit in there.
Well, it was funny. So on this golf trip, I don't realize that how comfortable I got with having the cart near and in front of me at times. I could tell sometimes I put the cart in awkward positions. They're and I'm like, oh, sorry, I'll move. Shit, my bad.
You're I trust you. Just you're good. Don't
yeah, you haven't hit me yet, so. So Ben got a little irritated. You do occasionally get close on the green, but it's the way it goes.
Yeah, he's never said anything to me till today, but he did. He said it doesn't bother him. He's noticing it.
He's noticing it,
which means it's bothering
absolutely.
Because if you're noticing it, it bothers you.
Well, and that happens. It's
But hey, he played well today, so maybe it's a good thing.
What? That's good to hear. So who all went on this little trip? Sounds like you guys had a few people up there.
Jeremy set it up, and it was Jeremy, his buddy Doug, me and Ben in the first foursome, and then Clinton Tremelling, one of his buddies, Steve Donnelly, and one of his buddies.
Oh, awesome!
Behind us.
That's cool.
Yeah,
good work.
So, it was a good little group, and quick. They all drove up and drove home, so they're probably even more tired than I am. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, yeah, maybe.
They also probably didn't stay up like I did last night and not sleep and hang out in Tahoe without casinos. So
that's impressive. That's impressive.
I did wake up and take a jog. As tired as I was, I ran around state line this morning.
Good.
About 8 o'clock. So.
Good God, good for you.
Right, I'm trying to be healthy. Ate some power bars and shit.
That's good for you. It's my goal is to get back to the gym tomorrow. I think.
There you go.
We'll see. It's I don't know. We'll see how the new club
thing
is.
I would say is I don't think mixing power bars with Jack Daniels is recommended, but that's what I did on the golf course.
Power bars, Jack, Metamucil.
I forgot last night. So I ate my power bars. I had an apple. I was somewhat
Very healthy. So
I'm about to go eat some frozen burritos or some shit right now before I watch the match. So
let me know what you think about the match. We'll have to jump on the podcast again. I don't know. Is there any golf coming up? I don't think there is.
I don't know, but we could do a quick little hitter after I watch that thing one of these days and just talk about it.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Maybe an Instagram live. We'll try that out. So we'll catch you soon, and we'll get after it. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening, watching. Appreciate the listen, the download, and go visit the new AlohaPress.com. Spent 5 hours redoing home pages and changing website stuff. I'm geeking out, but we'll see.
Hey, people love our gear. I'll tell you that much. So get on there, buy some freaking gear, sport it because you all see me wearing it, you see him wearing it, and you like it, but we can't give it away for free.
That's true. We can't.
Okay?
We can't. All right, guys. We'll
Wearing
catch you
all
guys later.
black,
Aloha! Here with JC and Jeff.
We ain't no time for school today.
hitting bombs.
Hey, watch this punch cut lob wedge. Replace your Marshalls with Cardinal. They're better looking. They're serving drinks.
Got to hit bombs off the tee.
Phil talking about a guy taking a shit in the cut.
Mahalo!
That's what we did fireside with Phil.
Fire the stick.
Hit bomb and attack the pin.